What is up, everybody? We are back. We are here with one-time WWE Tag Champ, a former member of Nexus. If you have not been watching New Japan Strong, this gentleman has been having some lights-out matches. Mr. No Days Off, Fred Rosser, how you doing today, sir?
Mr. No Days Off is in a house. I always say don't die with the story and you tell it. And I don't like the word former. Former sounds too dried up, washed up. All the Nexus members are still in contact through texting. And we were supposed to have a debut again at WrestleMania, but unfortunately with the pandemic, it didn't happen this year, you know. So all the members are still at it doing big things, including me with New Japan. But again, thanks for having me. I always say don't die with the story and you tell it.
Awesome. How is everything going with New Japan and the COVID life and the new everything going on right now in the world?
Well, you know, knock on wood, for me personally, 2020's been a really good year for me. The beginning of the year before the pandemic, I did my first ever musical out in New York. I was out in New York for about a month and a half working on a off-Broadway musical about marriage equality where I was singing, dancing. This was around Valentine's Day when we had the finale. I was singing, dancing, acting, stuff that I had never done before. And Chris Jericho was actually a guy that kind of inspired me to do this project because with his stint on Dancing with the Stars, you know, I said, man, if he can do it, so can I. So that's how I looked at it. And I'm 36. At 26, I probably wouldn't have done it because I would have said, oh, people that do musicals, oh, they're feminine, they're gay, you know, when myself, I was living in the closet. But I'm 36. I'm happy with myself. I'm out and proud, and I'm so happy I did that musical. And if I had to do it again, I would do it again in a heartbeat. So I can honestly say I'm the first WWE superstar to do his first off-Broadway musical. So that was before the pandemic. And then fast forward to when the pandemic really hit us. I was reached out by Rocky Romero about New Japan, and it was an opportunity for me that I couldn't pass up. It was something that was on my bucket list for a long, long time, even with WWE, because I had never toured anywhere in Asia. I always was on a different tour with WWE, either in the UK or not on tour at all whenever they did do Japan. So that was always a bucket list of mine. And if I could backtrack to running into Lance Hoyt at a show in Pomona, California, him and I go way back from 2010 FCW Florida Championship Wrestling days, and him and I were very close. And then from 2010, fast forward to 2019, when I ran into him in Pomona, California at a show, you know, I said, man, you're doing great things with New Japan. It's always been a goal of mine. So I don't have the flyer on me, but in a lot of the interviews I've done, I show the flyer that he gave me at the show back in September, and then I told him I'll see you there. So it was a show at the Globe Theater here in Los Angeles, and it was in November of 2019. So I attended my first New Japan Pro Wrestling show. I was there early to feel the ring out, to meet all the wrestlers. I still say 18 years in the business, September 11th, 2002. I still wanted to feel the ring. I still wanted to watch the show as a fan from beginning to end, to ask that question in my head, do I really fit in with the New Japan style? Because I know in my heart I do, but like that saying, your mind can play tricks on you. So I needed to sit there, and from beginning to end, I watched the show. And after it was all said and done, I said to myself, I belong here in New Japan. And, you know, I talked to Rocky Romero, thanks to him. And then my world took off a couple of weeks ago, debuting with New Japan. So 2020 has been a really good year for me. So my way of giving back to people in my community or on my social media, I've offered personal training, you know, advice, almost like a consultant. I always say what works for me might not work for you, but I always promise the clients I work with, what works for me, I can promise will definitely work for you and be sustainable too, you know? So that's been my way of giving back through all this craziness. creating outdoor workouts, home workouts, because gyms are closed in certain areas. So that has been my way of giving back to the community. And like I said, knock on wood, 2020 has been a great year for me. Sorry, I ramble on a lot, but
No
I
problem.
hope I want to be as conversational as possible with you. But yeah, 2020 has been a great year for me.
Awesome. Well, we're gonna hop right into this. We'll say hi to Michael Oliver first.
Hey, Fred, thanks for doing this, man.
Yes, absolutely. I always say don't die with the story and you tell it. Any questions for me?
Yeah, actually, you answered one of them already. I was going to ask you about if you still keep in touch with all the Nexus members, and you already answered that one. So,
Yeah, well, it's funny. I'll dish them dirt. Sometimes, you know, um, I forget who sends it. Some guys will send me graphic images, and I'll send graphic images back, and they'll like, oh man, like that's way too graphic for me. Like they wouldn't expect that from me because I was always a quiet guy in the Nexus, but I just randomly send them very, very graphic stuff, and like through text, I could tell that they're very, very disturbed. But it's just all the guys having fun and stuff like that. Recently, I just worked with Gabriel on New Japan. I still call him Gabriel. I hardly call him PJ Black. So, yeah, Wade, I stay in contact with all of them. Heath, I was probably the most close to because him and I got into a lot of troubles. I always say from setting off fire alarms to hiding under the bleacher at the arenas. We've done it all. So, yeah, Heath is one of my closest friends. But, yeah, we still stay in contact.
and the other question I got real fast is who do you look forward to working to in New Japan?
Man, honestly, from the heart, it's one of the hardest working locker rooms I've ever been a part of. It's very intimidating for me because everyone is so good from first match to last match. So you don't want any hiccups as a performer. So my style, when I first started wrestling, it was too smooth. It was too pretty. Now my style is very rugged. Believable, and that's what separates me from all the high flyers. And
Oh,
I'm glad it's been a lot easy for fans to see on television.
All right, thanks for answering the questions. This was really nice talking to you.
thanks,
Absolutely.
Michael.
Thanks for joining.
Thanks.
We will say hi to out in the UK to Dan.
You're right there, Jacob. You're right there, Fred. Thank you for your time.
What's up? UK's in the house. What's going on?
I'm all good. How are you then, Fred?
I'm maintaining, keeping it moving. Wrestling. I'm going to be flying out next Friday for the first time this year since the pandemic to Indianapolis, Indiana. Indianapolis, Indiana, here in the States to team up with Heath Slater to take on Eric Lawler and Filthy Lawler. So I'm very excited to be amongst those guys. I'm excited to wrestle more.
Oh, nice. Because you used to work in WWE.
Yes.
What was it like? And who was your toughest opponent?
For me, I always speak from the heart with WWE. Excuse me. I've had great experiences with WWE. My journey with them started in 2003. From 2003 to 2009, I grinded on the minor league level, doing tryout after tryout with WWE, and I got told no over 40 times until I got that one yes in 2009. So my grind was very tough. I wasn't just like a football player that just joined WWE and went straight to the top. Me, I had to grind. So when I finally earned my contract with WWE, out of 75 guys and girls from all over the world in 2009, like I was on cloud nine. The same day I got signed was the same day AJ Lee got signed. And it was a dream come true. And all my experiences with WWE, I'll always cherish the backstage stuff, the stuff I did with Titus O'Neil. Me coming out to the world made it a lot easier for me to walk into the locker room. Guys like Randy Orton, Mark Henry, guys that never talked to me. When I came out, they were like my brother, you know. Mark Henry and Randy, they still like my stuff on social media. Randy was one of the first guys that I had ran into when I came out, and he was like, "Hey man, you know how Randy is. Hey man, give me a hug." I gave him a hug. He's, "Hey man, if you have any trouble with anyone in the locker room, you let me know." And CM Punk said the same thing. So it was those guys that made it a lot easier for me to walk into a locker room and just be myself. I didn't have to cut wrestling promos like this to make my voice sound more masculine and try to be tough. I don't have to do that. I can just be myself. And if you know, continue to be that superhero for the community. But yeah, I'll never say a bad thing about WWE because if it wasn't for them, I wouldn't have the platform that I have now. That's why I don't use the word former. I'm a WWE veteran because my journey with them started in 2003.
Yeah. Do you ever still stay in contact with CM Punk?
Sometimes, you know, not over text or anything, but sometimes I'll tag him in an IG story and he'll look at it and he'll tag it on his social media. But that's about as far as it goes. I think it was interview Austin did saying if would he wrestle CM Punk, and Austin said if the time was right place, right time, something to that nature. And I posted it on my social media, and CM Punk posted it on his. So that's about as far as we go with contact. So yeah.
Oh wow. Who was your idol growing up in wrestling?
Hold on one second. Where is he at? Do I have him? I'm sorry. Oh, right here.
No problem. Oh, we found him. Ricky
he's a top man. Awesome. Legend.
I mean, it was him. It was Shawn Michaels. Those are some of the guys that had me hooked, that had me believe that were the underdog. That's why I enjoy selling. That's one thing I bring to the table, that believability. I'm doing it in New Japan. I was doing it in WWE. If there's no heat on you, there's no comeback. The people aren't going to be on the edge of their seat, you know? So when you get your ass whooped, you don't want to be a punching bag, but you want to be able to be like a boxer. And Ricky Steamboat, that's one thing he studied, was boxing, you know? When someone gets knocked out, like, it doesn't look pretty, you know? They're stumbling, they're falling. So I study him since day one. I study boxing. I study UFC, how guys strike. It's the art to me. So that's one thing. If I see someone that can walk the walk, but when it comes to talking the talk, which includes selling, I try to help people out as much as possible. Selling is key. Selling is important. That's why Shawn Michaels is one of the greatest of all time.
I agree with that. That's good advice, Fred.
Thanks, Dan.
Thanks, Fred, for your time. Cheers,
Anytime.
Jacob.
Have a good one.
Cheers, buddy. And you.
We will say hi to another Michael quickly. Michael, what's up?
How you doing?
Hey, what's up,
Can you hear
Michael?
me?
How you doing, Michael? I can hear you. Where you from?
New Orleans?
New Orleans?
Actually, Jefferson is right outside of New Orleans.
Okay, all right. Any wrestling going on down there?
Not right now. And
Nothing on Independence?
Huh?
Nothing on the Independence? Do you go to any independent shows?
No, I went and seen a couple of wrestling, like ECW in '98. I went and seen them.
Oh, that's what I'm talking
I've
about.
seen I've seen the WWE a couple of times.
Okay, yeah, we're there all the time, man. We're there all the time. So I'm pretty sure.
We just lost Michael.
Well, if he comes back, he comes back.
Yeah, we'll get him back in there. Okay, so we will cut to a little segment we do, Fred. I'm going to hop off the
Yes.
screen, and a little friend of ours, Steven, will come on and ask you a couple questions.
Sure.
What's up, Darren Young? Thank you for doing this.
This is incredible. Hold on. Pause right now. Okay. I don't want to jump into this right away. That introduction that just popped up before you went on was outstanding. So
Thank you.
I'm very proud of you. How old are you?
9.
9 years old, making moves, making $1 million moves. Well, this is a great segment for you to be a part of. What do you got for me?
First question is what does it feel like to be mentored by CM Punk?
Well, CM Punk was a little bit intimidating because at the time he was trying to have me join the straight edge society. You know, he wanted me to shave my head and he wanted me to do things that I didn't really agree with. So he was a little rough around the edges, a little mean, but years later he turned out to be a really, really great guy. So thumbs up to CM Punk.
Awesome. And I'm personally a big John fan because of my 2 brain surgeries. He taught me to never give up. So what did it feel to try and heal and fight John?
Wait a second. You just you recovered from how many surgeries?
2 brain surgeries.
Two brain surgeries. That is incredible. I met a fan before the pandemic. His name was Charlie. He was 6 years old and he had 4 open heart surgeries at 6 years old. And he was holding I met him at a show and he was holding my action figure. He came up to me and he was like, "Hey, Darren Young, it's nice to meet you. I had 6 open heart surgeries." And he lifted his shirt up and he showed me the scars. And since then, I've stayed in contact with him. I've gotten him tickets to WWE. And like, that's incredible, man. That's why always share your story because you're motivating Mr. No Days Off, which is truly amazing. What was your question again? I'm sorry, I go off track.
I have something to say first.
John
Cena.
I'm sorry. John Cena never give up. What do I think about it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What? So I heard about you just told me about the 6 open heart surgeries, right? What you did for him, can you do that for me?
Hey, closed mouths don't get fed. Absolutely. Somehow we'll stay in contact. My Twitter, Instagram, Real Fred Rosser, my government name, not Darren Young. We'll stay in contact. I've got friends in WWE still that'll definitely hook you up, man. That is incredible. Thank you so much. Incredible. Absolutely. You deserve it. Again, like, we don't know how it's going to be with shows, you know, so it kind of just like, who's your favorite wrestler?
My favorite wrestler is John Cena.
John Cena.
And Shawn Michaels. And Shawn Michaels.
Who's third?
Third is got to be The Fiend.
The Fiend? Okay. All right. How about 5? Do you have a 5th one?
Yeah, I have a 5th one. I have a 5th one, a 6th one, a 7th one, an 8th one, a 9th one, a 10th one.
Well, tell me. Just ramble them off, and I'll remember one of them.
Okay. So we have R-Truth, because of his actress. He's so funny. I love him. The Boogeyman.
Boogeyman?
Oh, right now?
Wait, you said R-Truth and who else?
Boogeyman.
Okay. Who else?
We have Jeff Hardy. He's one of my favorites.
Okay.
Bret Hart. CM Punk. We have Drew McIntyre.
Okay, that's all I need. That's all I need. But we'll definitely stay in contact. With shows not happening, man, who knows? But if I can get one of them to send you a message or something like that, I'll definitely do my best. I can't make promises, you know what I mean? But I can just do what I can do. Guys are busy on the road and all that stuff. But I hope I was able to answer question 1, question 2. You got a third one for me?
Third one is you had an amazing career. So if there was a beginning wrestler, what advice would you give him?
To take care of your body. You know, wrestling's all ice cream, but just different flavors. What kind of ice cream do you like?
Vanilla.
Vanilla. I might like cookies and cream. It's all ice cream, just different flavors. Same thing with wrestling. So whoever's starting off, for example, if you were starting off wrestling, you're going to get all types of advice, but it's rare that you'll get people telling you to take care of your body, take care of your neck, take care of your shoulders, take care of your knees, you know? So your body is what makes you money when you do this as a career. So you don't want to be hurt. So that's the best advice I would give to someone beginning or someone like you that maybe aspires to be a wrestler someday. Take care of your body.
Okay, I have to ask you something. See,
Sure.
on my collection, I've never had your figure because you left the WWE, so I never got a chance to get your figure. Where can I get a Darren Young figure?
Probably on Amazon, man, because I don't know, Amazon, I don't know, honestly, man. Honestly, they're not in the stores anymore, I don't think. But yeah, I'm sorry on that one.
Thank you. Bye.
Anytime.
Thanks, Steven. And Darren, we got one, or Fred, sorry, we got one last one for you. We will say hi to John.
You want a lawsuit?
Hey, Darren Young, you're my favorite. Primetime players, baby. Awesome sauce. Oh, yeah.
Hey, awesome sauce, man. You're stealing my line. I say that all the time.
Because I remember the primetime players. Oh, yeah. You and Titus? Oh,
Still
yeah.
prime time. Still prime time.
Yes,
Oh,
all
yeah.
the way.
Oh, wait, I hope you're not Wait, you're driving in on this?
No, because I love you. White Plains, New York loves you.
Oh, where in New York?
White Plains, New York.
White
Because you used to
Plains.
come Westchester
Yes.
County Center, baby.
Yes.
And
My
Yes.
best friend is from Yonkers, New York. You guys don't give a damn, huh? You guys don't give a damn. My best friend
Yep.
from Yonkers, like, you know, hollering at girls and stuff like that, beeping the
Yep.
horn. You guys don't care, man.
Right. And can I follow you on Twitter if that's okay with you? Because you're
Yeah.
my idol, my icon.
Yes, Twitter, Instagram. Make sure you tag me, because if you don't tag me, I won't see it and I won't be able to follow you. You know, so
Well, it's
you
my
have to-
birthday's. My
Wait, it's your
birthday's
birthday
in 3
today?
weeks. 3
Wait a
weeks,
second.
my birthday, and it's the
Wait.
same as a wrestling diva.
Well, not only a diva, mine is November 2nd. When the hell is yours?
October 25th, and it's the same as Rosa Mendez.
Rosa Mendez, and what about me? I mean, mine is November 2nd, so that means that we're Scorpios, you know?
Yes.
You know, Scorpios are very loyal. That's one
Yes,
trait
I'm
about
happy.
Scorpios.
I'm happy you came on the show because it's awesome.
No, thank you, man. I said earlier, don't die with the story and you tell it. So however I can put a smile on someone's face, have fun, man. That's what it's all about.
And I got one more question. Is there a story you could talk about Ryback? Because you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, Ryback. We had a during the original NXT, which that season I hated because it was like American Gladiator, American Ninja Warrior with the obstacles and stuff like that. I hated the original season of NXT. But one time we were all at Hooters, and Ryback is very competitive. I still call him Skippy. He is
Uh-huh.
very competitive. He's competitive with the weights. He's competitive. Even like during the Nexus when we would beat people up, he would throw elbows and hit us as we're beating up like the legends or something like that. So a couple times he would hit Heath and all the time, and Heath would come to the back. Damn it, Skit, man! You keep throwing elbows, man. Heath would be so upset because Ryback would just be so wide with his strikes that he would hit us. But with Ryback and I, him being so competitive, us at Hooters, we had a wing eating contest, and the score was like 76-75 Ryback. Because he kept going on and on and on. And like we were there at like Hooters for hours, and he was having the sauce and the ranch, and he almost made himself so sick. But that's why he's just so competitive, man. Like everything he does has to be matched, So I could have beaten him, but I just said, all right, you win. So that's one of my funny Ryback stories. And with him always hitting Heath. So you got two Ryback stories.
Yeah, thank you a lot.
Thanks, John.
Anytime.
So, Mr. Rosser, thank you so much for joining us tonight. You're more than awesome. Where can everybody find you besides for Friday nights on New Japan Strong?
Twitter, Instagram, my government name @RealFredRosser. #BlockTheHate, blockthehate.com. You can get yourself a tank top. This shirt is my new favorite shirt. I love New Japan Pro Wrestling. So anytime I do interviews, it's either I'm wearing this shirt because I'm so damn proud of my New Japan experience and what can happen in 2021 for me. So it's always a toss-up between this shirt when I do interviews and my Block the Hate tank top, available at blockthehate.com. I always say none of us are strong as all of us. So it's not just an LGBTQ movement. It's a movement that anyone gets bullied for various reasons. I might have gotten bullied because I had a speech impediment growing up. You might have gotten bullied because you were a skinny kid. Well, you know what? In order to be strong and successful, you got to block the hate. And that's what it's all about. And I want this to be the next middle finger. You tell me that I can't achieve my goals. Well, you know what? Fuck you. Block the hate.
Awesome. Thank